Unboxing. Still, I don't know how many days, 7 days out from COVID. Liquor bottles are lined up. And this, I was kind of like, oh, are you sending me that? Cool. Apos, I think, is sending me this. This is a FiiO amp. And FiiO usually sends me FiiO things. Apos always sends me like expensive, high-end things. Holy fuck. But look at this box. This is the box it's shipped in with like a handle on it. And like it's a FiiO amp, like FiiO desktop amps, like the K whatever, K5. And it's always been like a little bit weird and like kind of unimpressive and whatever. But I do have a colleague, DMS, who I take some of his words seriously and some of them I'm just like, you're an idiot. That's just how it is. Zeus, we agree completely on. Harmonic Zeus is end game headphone for most people. And then we disagree on everything fucking else, like under the fucking sun. Like, I don't know how he didn't like Peacock. I think his video literally said Peacock is a disaster. But he goes on a rant, and I could actually probably play it for you if I animate tittied. DMS. Oh, I found Critical in a porno. In a hentai. This dat looks just like Critical. That's Critical's avatar. He was a cross-dresser that worked at a cosplay shop that took advantage of what can only be described as a mentally handicapped, big-tittied girl who liked who didn't like cross-dressing. She liked pretending to be an anime character and then played cosplay. I don't know. There was one episode, I think it was called Cosplay Sex. Don't ask me why I was watching it either. That's not up to you. But, where's that rant?
Amplifier. It's perfect. I found the perfect amplifier, Zeos. And it's a combo. It's a combo amp DAC. It's the best. It's perfect. It's it. That's it. It's the end. It's the end. There's nothing better. It's the best. It's $600. And it's the best. It's balanced. It's a DAC. It's an amp. It's got XLR. It's got 4.4. It's got 6.3. It can do IEMs. It can do Bluetooth, it can do LDAC, it can do XLR and RCA out the back, it's got the diff, USB, it's got all the things. It's just, and the volume knob is perfect. The finishing is like the same as the $20,000 Bartok, and it sounds a lot like the $20,000 Bartok. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Jerking off in my eyes? You gonna let me see this fucking thing or hear it or tell me? So, the one he was talking about, he didn't tell me what it was until after I probed him a little bit more. Probing DMS has become a passive of mine. And it turns out it's the FiiO K9 Pro. And I'm like, wait, the FiiO desktop, FiiO. And here's the thing. I don't know why FiiO's desktop shit always sucks. If you have a FiiO thing on your desk, and there are people who are out there who have it, I'm just like, all right, cool. You know, I like FiiO for the BTR5. It's like one of the best sounding things you can get. They're portables, the M11s, all that shit. Great, amazing, fucking phenomenal. Desktop shit, meh. But this, with this fucking warning label that, holy shit, just the material this is waterproof. It's talking about the 110 switch, linear power supply, appropriate voltage. Because they're selling it all over the world and they can't switch your switch. Here's your quick start guide. Many, many colorful things. This adopts THX amplification. And somehow doesn't sound boring and linear. That's a nice piece of foam too. Look at that. Look at the presentation on this thing too. It's got this giant MQA, obviously prominently fucking visible. Bullshit. Comes with a power plug, which I'll put right back in here. Antenna. Adapter, an extra fuse. I never understood the extra fuse thing. Like, your fuse shouldn't blow out. Oh, I guess because of the warning label, people were blowing out their fuses, so they included a second one. So you got I'll have to take the antenna out at least. I shouldn't need the USB cable or the 1/4-inch adapter or the fuse or the rubber feet or foot. Looks like we got some sort of warranty card. Yep, that's the warranty card. I don't need the power adapter either, just this. Let's move that over. Let's wipe my hands off. Oh, he's right. DMS was touching this on a video call we were having just before this unboxing started. Oh, motherfucker. This thing is a unit. All right, drop that down. This is a unit, and it feels like a unit. Holy shit. This has the same smooth finish like the Death on Ray Honey, but bigger, maybe like a little bit more textured. We are on 115 volts, I don't have to switch that. I love the shape. I didn't have to make it have this shape, but it has this shape. The top's got a couple ridges. It doesn't seem to be taking too many fingerprints. Ghosted FiiO logo. The THX tech with high-res audio and wireless. Under here, I think it's magnetic or just a giant rubber cap. They actually cap the 4-pin XLR in case you don't use it, which means that cap's lost because I'm taking it off. 1/4 inch, 4.4. We've got 5 LEDs. We've got an output switch that I don't approve of. Headphones, pre-out, or DAC, which could be just big switches, but they know they're going for a look. Still, I would have gone something a little bit larger. It looks like we got high, medium, low gain. Again, very, very touchy. And I'm holding it with my whole hand and it's able to switch it. But if you're like on a desk, that's going to be difficult. Input and power, digital buttons. I'll turn the knob last because DMS is like, this knob, man, this knob. So, squishy silicone caps for the RCAs. Full power in with the main power bus here. USB optical, Bluetooth, and coaxial. Let's plug the antenna in. I hope this is as good as he says it is. Because FiiO needs a win on a desktop audio. And this, if it sounds good, then I'm down for it. 4.4 millimeter in, that's a unique one. So it has two balanced, it's got a balanced input. Oh, it's got a balanced input. So you can bypass the DAC, which means I could feed it from a DAC I understand and then judge it against its own internal DAC. And then we got you just got a line in, you got balanced in, line out, balanced out. Interesting. This thing's, to quote myself, this is a weighty fucker. The knob's nice too. The knob is very nice. I could go for a little bit more resistance, but she's smooth. And when you hit the bottom, it feels like something internally is hitting a piece of rubber. And it's also a mirror. That's the only part of it that's a mirror finish. I hope this thing is great because it's got a lot of space here for an anime sticker. So anyway, that's the K9 Pro, which I'm going to have to find a dog girl for the wallpaper. Zeos, remember to put a dog girl for the wallpaper. And yeah, so that FiiO is finally taking it seriously. I don't know the specs of this. Like, I don't know let's see how many watts it is. It's got to say in the back, right? I'm assuming if this is any less than 2.5 watts per channel balanced, then they're fucking it up. Just stop wasting my time. Is this even in English? They may not have the specs here. Oh well. I'm just extending this. Yeah, no, it doesn't say the power output. All right, well, we'll figure that out together during the review. I should probably take these off my head too. I've been wearing these since the last unboxing. That's how fucking comfortable they are. Like, why can't I hear too well? Oh, because the final Bluetooth ones are on my head. Okay, fun, till Daddy takes the T-Bird away.
Day of short unboxings, and I always mix and match. I mean, I could do it in chronological order, starting today with the I did the Carnations and Breakfast section. If you saw me make that, I did that this morning, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I got some more packages, and I'm like, oh great, DD Hi-Fi, and the Hi-Fi headphones. And I'm like, cool, I'm done. I don't have to do anything else today. And then this just arrived, and the fucking Amazon woman, she's in a normal car, pulls up Amazon jacket. I watch her from the guest bedroom, because I was in there just checking my fucking bathroom, like, okay, cool, it's Amazon lady. I didn't know who this regular car was. She proceeds to walk that way. And I'm like, walk out this front door. She puts the package in front of the farthest garage door, takes a picture of it, and walks back. And I'm like, Over here is fine, like my door, where my house is. Not the garage. I don't live there, I live here. So if I don't see them deliver this, and I don't listen to the app that says it's arrival, I'm gonna look through the fucking app to see that they dropped it 75 feet from my front door in the middle of winter. What if it's snowing? What if it's raining? What if it's going to rain? What if I don't notice it? Please, Amazon, you're usually the best. It's just that woman needs to know the house is the big thing with the windows in it, not the big thing with the 3 doors that the cars park in. Although, maybe she was clairvoyant because she knew it was wrenches that are actually gonna end up in the garage. So, can't knock her too much. Why is that one upside down? These are all in the correct order, except for there's a big one on top. It's backwards. I did one of these already, and now this is the metric set. Because I had to buy an SAE and a metric version, because combination ones are for losers, apparently. Even though we did all the work to my father's cars back in the day with a crescent set that was in both the combo heads. But no, if you're doing it now, it's modern times. Yeah, this one's definitely, and they're all like squidgy, and I think, is it in here still? Yes, it is. So now, while I wait for my rice to cook, because in the last unboxing I was talking about how salty the soup was. If you're paying attention to the lore of Z unboxings, when I do 3 in a row, like I literally did the other one like 20 minutes ago. Here's the cables I unboxed, talking about the soup. So I realized it's so salty and good, and I'm like, I want to make this my meal, because that's the amount of salt I'm gonna have for an entire meal. So I threw a can of diced tomatoes in with it, stirred it up, and I'm making some rice. I'm gonna put it over rice, and that'll be my actual dinner, even though it's only 4:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, these are GearWrench pasta, in case you're wondering. GearWrench metric combo set, 16 piece, which is more pieces than the Imperial. Thank you. I knew that. I know what my country does. We do Imperial, because that sounds more king-like. So that comes off. That comes off. This can get burned in the fire. And everything here is, and then it goes all the way from the smallest is 8mm. We got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. We don't have a 23. Fuck. What if I need a 23mm wrench? Who decides? What governing body is like, yeah, no, we need everything from 8 up to 22. We need 8 to 22. Fuck 23. Michael Jordan's number, straight to 24. Like, why is there a 21 then? Why isn't it just 20, 22, 24? Like, that would make sense. 21 shouldn't exist if 23 doesn't exist. Like, you follow me, bro? You follow me, dog? Pasta, understand? She's in Canada or in America, nodding her head right now. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Steve's right. Fucking, time to riot. Time to riot for a cause that makes sense to Zeos. Not that every other cause doesn't make sense, just please stop riot. Riot is the language of the unheard. It's a good statement. But the internet exists now, so everyone's heard. But they can choose to be ignored, like, globally, which is a sucky thing. 22, yeah, okay, no. Yes, I'm fucking hungry. God, I just fucking stroke my goddamn thing. I got 2 more minutes of that. Anyway, wherever this ends up, thank you for sticking around with my shit. Watching me stroke my goddamn. These are like $100. This wasn't bad. Like 110 for this, 110 for the other ones. That's a lot of tools, and all of them should be the correct ones that actually like click. Yeah, the cheap set I got, that was a combo of half these, half those, 10 and 10. It's like $55. Some of them were not perfect, and these are pretty perfect.